Hi guys, and welcome to my autumn TBR. I have a TBR, and then I have books I'm recommending to you guys for autumn. First off, oh my goodness, I forgot a book. Okay, so now that that's settled, first off, the books that I'm recommending might not be like autumn books for you, but these are the books that I feel like are perfect for autumn, which is why I'm gonna recommend them to you. Also, I'm sitting here because I'm trying to find out where I like filming. It also has been a while. I'm sorry, it has been a while since I've been on here, but life has been interesting. Life has been messy and confusing and good and fun. A vibe. Right now it is a vibe. Disregarding the fact that our autumn exams are coming up. We're gonna ignore that because I don't want to think about it, but I did just study. Track season just ended yesterday, and the ending of the season, magnificent. Like, I was happy all evening, all morning, like, happiest person alive right now. Am I sad that tomorrow I won't be going to track? Yeah, definitely. I have no idea what I'm gonna do because I don't have a life outside of track at this point. So, but admissions for college are going on. So that's also very interesting because, like, if you didn't know, I live in Switzerland. So like, I am admitting to college outside of Switzerland or uni. It's interesting. It's an interesting process. It's fun. It's interesting. So let's dive into the books because I tend to talk way too much. We're gonna, as always, or as I'm trying to do it always, we're gonna start off with the book I'm reading right now, which is A Touch of Ruin. I've been reading this book for a week now because I have just not been picking my book up. I've literally not been doing anything. But now that track season is over and the exams are slowly happening, I can get back to reading. I read A Touch of Darkness in the span of 2 days, 2 weeks ago, and my sister gave it to me, and then I borrowed the second copy from her, and I'm so excited to dive into it because it is so interesting. It's literally like, it's about Hades, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, Persephone, I think. I don't know. Don't judge me. And it's about them, and it's really interesting. I don't want to say anything more because I feel like going into books blind is much more fun. So definitely pick this one up if you're like into Greek mythology, or if you're trying to get into Greek mythology, or if you adore the movie Hercules, because me and my siblings, we have watched that movie at least 100 times, and we're never gonna stop because it is so funny, and I love it, and I love Hades in that movie because he's hilarious, the funniest person ever. I try not to picture Hades from Hercules while reading this because it is a disturbing image. But if you're interested in stuff like this, definitely pick it up. And also, it's like a fantasy-ish, so perfect for autumn. And I'm loving it. I'm definitely, when I'm done with this, all I want to do is read. And I'm gonna get through a chunk of this because I've done my studies. I don't have anything else to do at this point, so I'm gonna read. I'm gonna put this on the floor. I'm trying to figure out this thing. Okay, let's go through all my recommendations first. Also, wait. The covers are stunning. Like, I kid you not. They are beautiful. Now, let's go on. Okay, so I have a few fantasy and like murder mystery thriller types of books, and I have a few romances, and they're more like heavy romances because they have like usually have like a subplot, or like it is about a romance, but then it's also about like what the characters are going through mentally and physically, I guess. So we're gonna start. We're gonna be. You know what? I have two piles of recommendations. I'm gonna be switching in between them. So first we have Dance of Thieves. I don't know. I think it like a year ago I've talked about this book, like during my first video probably. I'm still a Casimira girl forever. I will defend her with my fists, literally, because she's so cool. I love it, and the second book is also so good, and it's like an enemies to lovers kind of thing, and then there's like a lot of like stuff going on, betrayal and like confusion, and so interesting. And Casimira as like the main character, she is very she's like the typical strong female lead character that you have in fantasies, but I just love her, you know. So I guess if you like any other fantasy with a strong female character, you'll probably enjoy this too. And the writing, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Cover, amazing. So, and the other cover is red, so I'm obsessed. Then let's go over here. So this is Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington, and it's about Charlotte, and it's about suicide. So technically she meets what's his name, Kellen. Yeah, she meets Kellen on the roof of their school on the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day, and they keep meeting up there each year. And at one point he doesn't show, and the story keeps going. She doesn't know what happened exactly, stuff like that, and then she just kind of has to figure out life with this whole burden she's carrying, I think, because I feel like she carries the burden of him not being there anymore. And she meets his brother at one point, and it's just very interesting, and I love the way it was written. The only thing I hate about the book, and that's not the author's fault, is some of the pages are like black, and I hate when they do this. I really don't like it. Like, the starting page of the chapter is always black, and I really don't like it, but it's also very floppy. Yeah, I love it. It's really good. But search up trigger warnings, because, yeah. Then let's switch back to the other pile. We have Survive the Night by Riley Sager. Oh, goodness. And it is such a good book. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Pick it up. It's a thriller, and it is very good. I feel like the ending was a little bit like, huh? But all for all, like, in general, amazing book. I read this in the span of, like, I think, again, 48 hours tops. So good. Then we have My Heart and Other Black Holes by, I can't pronounce her name. So I have read this book at least 15 times, and I'm not even joking. I read the book the first time when I was, how old was I? Like 15, 14? I feel like I was a little bit too young, but this book was written like so good that it didn't like scar me in comparison to other books. But it's about, again, suicide, and I don't really want to give too much away. They meet on a website where people meet that have lost all hope, or have not giving, I really don't want to say given up, that have lost all hope, and that find like this is the only solution. They meet on one of those websites, and they start planning their exit, and it is written so interesting. And I have read this book literally, like, I feel like a million times, and I still cry every single time. It still touches me so much. And thinking of people who are actually going through this, like people my age or our age or even younger than me, because I think these characters are like 15 or 16, is heartbreaking. And because I lose contact to reality when I'm reading, it hits a little bit too hard, but I love the book. And also autumn and winter, I really enjoy reading like heavier books, and I feel like this one isn't like heavy in the sense of it's written so descriptive, but the topic and the way it's handled is rather heavy. So if you're a little bit younger, I think this is an amazing book, and if you're older, still pick it up because it is so good. And I've always loved it, and I will always love it. So definitely one of my top books, and I think I'm rereading this finally soon. Okay, so then let's switch back to a fantasy. We have Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which you guys saw, I think, in one of my vlogs. I don't know if it's still up, probably. It is a retelling of the Queen of Hearts, like kind of her origin story. I'm not gonna tell you anything about this book. Just know the Joker, amazing guy, and we love him. I really like the writing in this book, and I honestly just really like the stories. the books I'm recommending are not all like 5-star books, but they're all like in between 4 and 5 stars. I just really like this book, and I read it pretty quick as well. So if you want a cute little retelling or like origin story of like a story you've always loved, Alice in Wonderland, then definitely pick this one up. Then we have Made You Up by Francesca Sapia. I'm not going to say anything about it. It's about our main character has schizophrenia, or is schizophrenic. Yeah. And so interesting. Made me search up the topic for weeks. I love this. Because I'm not like a pro concerning the topic of this book. I don't know if this book is written like well, or is like gives a good picture of the condition. But for me, as like someone that doesn't know anything about this specific condition, it was very interesting and I loved it very much. I did with this book. I have my sisters, both, like my older sister works in the medical area, and my little sister just started her apprenticeship there. So I am known to text my sisters and be like, hey, this medicine, what do you know about it? Or like this condition, what do you know about it? So this book was one of those books that made me ask my sister, my older sister, a million questions. So shout out to my sisters. Then we have Five Survive by Holly Jackson. Honestly, read the Good Girls Guide to Murder series as well, by her as well, because it is so good. The last book, girl, I'm not even joking, amazing. Did I cry? I don't know why I cry with murder mysteries and thrillers, but I get emotional with them. I don't even know why, but I did. I bawled my eyes out with As Good as Dead, which is the third books in the AGGTM series. This book is also by her, and again, bawled my eyes out at the letter. It takes place in the span of like 8 hours. Read it in one sitting if you can, or try, because this book is gonna suck you in way too hard and you're not gonna want to stop reading ever. So yeah, Five Survive. So I have German books as well that I want to recommend. This is right now Keep Me Warm, and it's about social anxiety, which some of you know is it's an important topic to me. It's right now Keep Me Warm by Anna Petzold, and I really enjoyed it. It's about a girl, she has social anxiety, and a guy, he is an ice skater and he gets injured. And if you do like any sport or whatsoever, you know that after an injury it's pretty hard to like give 100% again, because you're scared of like getting injured again. And I feel like this was written so well in this book. And also when I read this book, my hamstring was injured and it was a very interesting time. So this book really, I don't know if it helped me or if it triggered me, but all in all, I have never forgotten it. So then we have Fort Wing. I feel like it's unnecessary that I'm recommending this because everyone and their mother have read this. But if you haven't, this is your sign. That's my sister, my older sister. Please remind me to finally bring this to you because you need to read it, and I need you to read it so I can talk to you with it about it. And my older sister as well. Like, both of you, stop annoying me and read this book so we can talk about it. It's about dragons. There's dragons in this. Like, what more do I want? Like, there's dragons. And she has cool hair, so, you know, are you joking? Also, some people are saying that the main love interest, I guess, is gonna turn out like Tamlin. Spoiler alert. If that happens, I'm gonna have to send a letter to Rebecca Yarros because she's one of my favorite authors because of like the last letter. I'm gonna have to send her a letter and be like, girl, can you just like retrack your steps and not do that? I really hope it doesn't happen. So then we have Flawed by Cecilia Ahern, and it's about Celestine. This is more of like a YA book, but I really loved it. I've read it a million times again. I read this the first time, I think, when I was in the first class of secondary, the 7th grade, and I still love it so much. It's about a world where there's like rules, and if you don't follow the rules, you get branded with a mark. And something happens because she's usually like the perfect child. Something happens that she doesn't react perfectly, and she gets flawed because you have to be perfect in this world. So very interesting, the politics behind this and everything, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. So if you're younger, definitely pick this up. If you're not, definitely pick this up because it's really interesting. I feel like this is a book you can like buddy read with like a little sister. Little sister meaning like 14, you know? Okay, so we have 2 books left. No, we have 1 book left. And it's another German book. It's Lonely Hearts by Mona Carsten. First cover, stunning. It's about a guy and a girl. So the guy is in a band, and the band is pretty well known, and the girl has a show where she interviews like big artists and stuff. And it's really interesting because he struggles with some mental problems, and stuff goes on, and she's trying to support him. And there's a second book where it handles more of like her mental struggles, and it's so interesting, and I really loved it. And again, I bawled my eyes out at certain points. Definitely pick this up. It's also, I called it more of a heavier romance just because of like the mental issues that are talked about. But I just love the way it's written, and I don't know if you're German or if you speak German, you definitely know Mona Carsten because yeah, she's well known. And also Lick's covers, they're so pretty, like I can't. And if you open this, there's like a letter to Rosie. No, this one is to us, but in the second book there's a letter to Rosie. Anyways, we're gonna go into my TBR now. First of all, don't judge me if I don't stick to it because I'm not known for sticking to my own rules. So we're gonna start off pretty strong with A Court of Silver Flames, the last book in the ocassion series. I definitely want to read this very soon. Thing is, I don't know if I should read like the Throne of Glass, Game of Thrones, Throne of Glass. Is it Throne of? I think Throne of Glass series first before I read this, and then read Christian City also first. But that's a lot of books and that's a lot of money that I don't want to spend right now. So I might just read this anyway and like ignore all my friends. They're telling me not to do it. I'm gonna see, but I'm definitely gonna read this very soon before January. Okay, because this might be a winter read. I don't know yet. And also it's chunky. It's like, it's so big. I think it's like 800 pages or 750. Yeah, 757 pages. Y'all can start with information as you please. Then we have, okay, I read the Atlas 6 last year or January. No, it wasn't even January. I think it was like March. No? Okay, no idea. Atlas 6, loved it. Love Libby. I'm not gonna say more about it. It's about like 6 young people that have like powers. It's a fantasy giving dark academia, you know? This is the second book. Also, can we please talk about this? Can we stop doing this? Especially like in Switzerland, whenever I get the new cover, it's always ginormous. Why do you guys like doing that? Yeah, anyways. The Atlas Paradox is the second book in the series because this book ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger, pretty big cliffhanger. But the thing is, when I finished this, it took way too long to get this, which is why I didn't then, you know, skip over and read it. So definitely want to pick this up very soon. And also cover is beautiful. Look at this one. Oh my goodness, I can't. Love it. Then we have, oh yeah, so I read Vicious a few months ago and went ahead and got Vengeance. Also beautiful. These ones fit. Again, this one gives me supernatural vibes, like superhero vibes, and I loved it, and I'm so excited to get into this. I just never did because I don't know, I have to like read a chunk before I'm like in the story, and I've never gotten to that like spot where I'm like, okay, I'm interested, you know? So it's definitely on my TBR. If you haven't read Vicious, definitely pick it up though. Then we have like a few thrillers and fantasies. Also, my chair keeps rubbing with this thing, and it's letter and letter, and it keeps sounding, and it's disgusting. We have 12 Secrets, A Small Town, A Shocking Crime. I have no idea what it's about. I saw the cover, and I don't know. When thrillers have this cover, like the blue and the like black and the yellow, I always want to pick them up. So, Small Town, 12 Secrets by Robert Gold. Love it. Then we have, let me take my two trailers over here. We have Misery by Stephen King. I have started this a million times. I've never gotten into it. And it's about a guy, he's an author, and he gets like kidnapped, I guess, by his biggest fan. Crazy. I'm very excited. Then we have A Flicker in the Dark, also a book I've started a million times this summer. Recommended by Lauren's Reading Corner. She was obsessed with this like a few months ago. She definitely still is, but like, you know what I mean. I'm very excited to get into this. Again, I did try to read it during summer. I was just not in the mood, which is why we're reading it very soon. Yeah. Also, my pretty like bookmarks that I keep making are so cute. Then we have, oh yeah, we have The Brothers Hawthorne, which, oh goodness, is the fourth book. Well, is like the continuing of the series, the Hawthorne Legacy. Is it called the Hawthorne Legacy? I have no idea. But I read the 3 books already, and this is the new release. Also, it is massive. The other book is only like this big, so I hate that it looks like this. But I want to get to this because I really love Jameson and Grayson. So yeah, I just saw I might want to change the bookmark. No, I don't want to change it. I have this bookmark in here because I started it during my nationals. I had nationals last week, and this is the book I took with me. Got like 25 pages in and then stopped. Then we have, oh my god, I forgot one book. Give me a second. Okay, then we have How to Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I've read this before when I was younger. I just want to reread it because I really like How to Kill a Mockingbird. I'm reading it very slowly because I love the writing style, and I love like the old language and stuff, and it's just very good. And I got like the 60th anniversary cover, really cute. Okay, so we have a few books left. We have Nine Tails that I've said I'd read a million times, never did. It's a fantasy. I don't know why I'm not getting into it. Maybe because the book is so small. I have no idea. Something's just throwing me off with this book. But I know that once I read it, I will fall in love. So, you know what? Actually, I'm putting this book on top of A Touch of Ruin. I'm taking it with me tomorrow because I might, you know, start reading it at one point. Then we have 2 books that I bought like a year and a half ago. Oh my goodness, I almost chewed on my stuff. And it would be The Book Thief, which is about a girl, I think during the, or before the Second World War in Germany, and she steals books. I just want to know why, and I want to know who she is, and I want to know why it's so relatable. Because like stealing books, girl, I get it. Like, life's already a mess. Rules are not making sense anymore. Why not steal books? I'm joking. But I took my history exams in summer, and I had like a focus on Germany before the First World War, no, during the First World War, after the First World War, before the Second World War, and after the Second World War, something like that. And I really, really, really got invested with like the whole, what was going on, and found out this book took place like right around there. So honestly, I have to read it because like I need to know what's going on. Then we have The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This has been on my TBR for years. My friend just read it. I think Wilma read it. Did Wilma read it? I don't even know. Wait, where's my phone? Let me see. Y'all give me a second. I think she read it. Okay, yeah, she's reading it right now. Very excited to start this. Honestly, if she's reading it right now, I might read this also very soon, so that I can talk to her about it. I don't even know. And then I talked about this on my Goodreads. I'm giving this another try because I'm done being a scaredy cat. Y'all, your girl's just scared. I don't know. This book is a lot, and it's so traumatic, and the trigger warnings are insane. And it's scary. The book is scary. but I've heard a lot of things about this, and I feel like this will definitely be one of my favorite books. But I also know that it will wreck me and make me question my life and make me not want to read another book for months. So I don't want that to happen. No, actually, I'm retracting that. This is gonna make me love books. You know what? Yeah. Also, I got this cover because I don't like the cover with the crying guy on it. I don't know. Makes me feel it's a little depressing, you know? So yeah, guys. Those are all the books I have for you. My TBR is way too long. I hope you got some recommendations you enjoy. I'm gonna try to be more active on here. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, YouTube, where I live, in the country I live, is weird. I don't know why. Just like no one really does it, so it's giving me kind of weird vibes. But I really love talking, so it makes sense for me to do this. So yeah, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of me. And yeah, see you guys very soon.